Time now for the STOHD.com Diamond in the Rough, and it's K-Tribe infielder Adam Abraham. STOHD.com's Tony Lastoria says the 13th round pick out of the OA draft from the University of Michigan is built solidly, 6 foot, 210, line drive swing, good pop in his bat, has an unwavering confidence, plays the game the right way, and is a leader. Not a high-profile prospect, but has some value as an organizational player because he can play third, first, and catcher.
Yeah, and you look at what Adam's been able to do since he was drafted. He's been able to move up in the organization. That's all you ask for from these guys that are in the middle of rounds.
Read more about Indians prospects every week on Minor Happenings on STOHD.com and in Tony's book listing the 100 top Tribe prospects. And welcome back to Indians Minor League Magazine. Joined now by Indians Director of Amateur Scouting, Brad Grant. Brad, great to have you. We've got plenty to talk about here, too.
Great to be here.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to talk about a lot of guys that we drafted this year and go through each of them with you.
Let's start off with Sisko Lindor. We got a chance to talk about him a little bit on draft night, but overall now, give a detailed scouting report on this kid and what you expect from the young shortstop.
Yeah, Francisco's a very exciting player. It's a unique player for us, 17 years old. Has the ability to stay at shortstop. That's what makes him so exciting. Very instinctual player, does things very easily. Hands work really well, feet work really well, and he brings some offense to the other side of it as well. He's a very advanced high school hitter. It's a line drive gap type approach, and he's got a little bit of power at the same time. He won the Aflac hitting contest this past summer, so he's able to drive the ball out of the ballpark from both sides of the plate at the same time.
Brad, this kid, he's a high school player, but I can't miss right now from what you guys saw. You guys talked about how you wanted to get the best player available, and I think you did at this point.
Yeah, that's what we were looking to do this year. We weren't trying to lock ourselves in on any certain type of player. We opened up the draft field basically, and we didn't eliminate anyone from our selection process. So Francisco was there at 8, and we were very excited to be able to enter a young high school shortstop into the system.
Yeah, Jason and I have been talking about how much fun it's going to be to watch his development throughout the next few years. Second round pick Dylan Howard. Here's a nice kid to fall to the second round. Jason and I were kind of surprised that he fell to you guys.
Yeah, another great pick for us, I think. We'll see how things play out here over the course of the summer, but we're getting a big 6'4" right-hander with a very good feel to pitch. What's kind of unique about Dylan is his ability to pitch with his fastball. A lot of high school kids, when you walk in, they have the stuff. They throw 90, 94 like Dylan does, but they're not able to command their fastball the way Dylan can command his. He can place his fastball on both halves of the plate. He can go up with it, down with it. He mixes in a curveball as well, and then a very good feel for a changeup. So an advanced high school right-handed pitcher in Dylan.
Now, right now, if you're able to sign him, because he is a Scott Boras guy, if you're able to sign him early enough, do you see him going to the Arizona Rookie League, or do you see him going to Mahoney Valley?
We probably have him start in Arizona like most of our high school guys, and then allow the transition to progress on its own, see how he does, and hopefully, we'll be able to move sooner than later.
All right, let's go to the third round pick, Jake Sisko, another kid that has got a lot of potential. Nice to get in the third round.
Again, another big, young, 19-year-old right-handed pitcher. So Jake also throws 90, 94. Really has good life to his fastball. He'll get good sink to it, good tailing action to it. And he's got 2 different breaking balls, too. He's got a curveball and a slider and a feel for a changeup. So a big right-handed pitcher that we can develop as a starter, move through our system, but still only 19 years old, too.
What I noticed with Jake and watching video and then between Dylan, it seems like Jake's fastball is a little heavier through the zone than Dylan's is. Talk more about high school kids, how they have a heavy sink or they have a heavy ball.
Yeah. With the sink, what the ball will do is it will dive at the bottom of the plate, and it allows a lot of hitters to roll over and produce a lot of ground balls. And that's one thing that Jake does very well, is he's got that life to the fastball. And with high school hitters, or high school pitchers, I'm sorry, a lot of times that's just a natural thing. You either have that life or you don't have that life. And with both Dylan and Jake, they both have life to the fastball.
Well, speaking of the first name Jake, you got another Jake in the 4th round, and Jake Lowry, another nice kid, another fun kid to watch, I think.
Yeah, a guy who had a very successful year this year at James Madison. It's a left-handed hitting catcher. Really put up some big offensive numbers there this year, and he's got both. He put up home run numbers and put up average numbers too. So we think he's going to hit for a high average. The home run power side will probably come a little bit, and then behind the plate, it's a plus arm. He can really throw behind the plate. Still working a little bit on the development side of catching, and that's things we'll work with him once we get him into the system, but a guy we're excited about.
Yeah, and this is a big deal for for Jake especially, because this year the colleges went to the BB core bat, so it was a big difference in home runs. Everything was down, but this kid really stepped up to the plate from the left side. I mean, was able to go opposite field power this year too. I mean, I think that says a lot for what he has, the capabilities of moving through the system.
Yeah, exactly. We got him for his bat. We got him for his offensive potential, but we still feel he can stay back behind the plate too. And to have that power hitting catcher, that's a unique thing to have.
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to the 5th round. Will Roberts, another kid you're pretty excited about.
Yeah, Will's again another guy who's had a great college career, doing great things right now at the University of Virginia. Still advancing towards into the College World Series, and we'll see where things go from there. But a guy who's got again a very good feel to pitch with his fastball. He can throw 90 to 93. Really locate his fastball down and out, put it wherever he wants, and get a lot of outs with his fastball.
Yeah, this was a big deal because I got to watch this kid pitch this past week, and it was fun to watch him, knowing that we had already drafted him, and just watching the makeup and everything on the field. He doesn't get rattled too easy, and I think that speaks volumes for a kid in the ACC when you're having to face so many good talent.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on him, and he's pitched in a lot of big games and shown the ability to handle those big games and handle those pressure situations, which is big.
As of airtime here, your highest round pick sign is the 6th rounder, Bryson Miles. So it's kind of fun to get a guy signed in the top 10 so soon.
Yeah, very fun. Bryson wanted to get out, wanted to get his pro career started. Comes from a little smaller college in Stephen F. Austin, but he brings a unique skill set that we don't have much of. He has that run and power combination, that speed power combination. He stole 100 bases in the last 2 years, 50 this year. So an exciting guy to get into the system and start developing.
Well, and that's what I was going to talk about is the steals. I mean, you get a kid in the 6th round. To me right now, this seems like a little diamond in the rough where he probably could have gone a little bit earlier. You look at his specimen. I mean, he's just a specimen when you look at him, 6 foot, 225, just, yeah. I mean, rock solid.
Yeah, he was a football player before, only been playing baseball for the last couple years, transferred over to the baseball side of things. So we've got an athlete, and again, we've got that speed power that we can start to develop. So, there's a lot of upside left still in Bryson. Excited to have him.
Thanks so much for stopping by. We love to have you here, and good luck now as it begins for next year now.
Thank you. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks,
all right. Brad Grant joining us here with Indians Minor League Magazine. Coming up next, we'll look at one of the jewels of the farm system, one of the top infielders, an in-depth look at Jason Kipnis, the Tribe's 2nd round pick from 2009. He shot up the system quickly. You'll meet him after this.
Working on right there. Beautiful.